Hi everybody, my name's Tyson. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I day traded today. So let's get right into it. We're day trading micro ES futures. So we're day trading the price of the S&P 500. My chart is set on regular trading hours. We're going to be trading the New York session. For me, it begins at 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. New York time, 10:30 a.m. my local time. This right here is the beginning of that New York session. This is today's price action during the session. We have one indicator on the chart, just a simple VWAP line. These are the settings for it. It's pretty much unadjusted. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into how I day trade. So I day trade on the 5-minute time frame. I start off the day by letting the first 5-minute candles, or first 3 5-minute candles of the New York session print and close. Then I take my rectangle tool and I draw a box over them from the bottom of the lowest wick to the top of the highest wick of those 3 first 5-minute candles. This box we're going to call our opening range. And the first thing that I wait for is I wait for price to move outside of the box, either through the top or the bottom, and to close a candle body, either outside of the top of the box or below the bottom of the box. Today it happens through the top of the box. We closed our first candle body at 10:45 my local time, 9:45 a.m. New York time. And so that tells me that price is probably going to be bullish for the day. Another indicator is that price is also above the VWAP line as well. So that tells us that price is also, at that very moment, heading in a bullish direction, has bullish pressure, and energy wants price to move upwards, essentially. Now, once price makes that decision as to what side it's going to break out of the box, when it breaks out at the top of the box, the first type of setup that I want to wait for is what I call a continuation long. We want a long price or buy the micro ES futures as it's continuing in an upwards direction. That's why I call it a continuation long. So after we have price move outside of the box, we need price to pull back before we can even consider entering a long trade to the upside. And I need at least 2 consecutive bearish candles in the opposite direction to pull back for it to be considered a valid pullback. Now, we get a lot more than just a valid pullback today. We get a very large pullback to the downside. So price comes back, retests the VWAP line, keeps on coming back, retests the opening range, and actually makes its way back into the opening range. A lot of times, if I see a pullback this severe, you want to be careful because price may just be reversing in order to continue on downwards even further. So when you have an extra large pullback like this, you want to be very cautious about the trades that you enter, and you want the following things that you want to wait for to be very textbook. I'll explain that here in just a moment. So after we get this pullback, I'm remaining cautious about price just slightly moving upwards and then continuing on down because I don't want to get stuck in a trade that I'm going to lose today. So when price finally decides to start moving in the direction that we want to see again, we want to wait for a confirmation candle, and these are some of the requirements of this confirmation candle. It needs to be a large, bullish candle to the upside. It has to have a very powerful, strong, and big candle body, and it has to have its wicks demonstrating to us that it has bullish energy on its side. This large bullish candle that we see within the opening range here is a nice candle. The only issue with it is that it didn't close while outside of the opening range on top. Ideally, we want our confirmation candle today to close outside of the opening range on top of the range, and we also would like to see it close above the VWAP line as well to really prove that it has that bullish energy behind it. And like I just mentioned, because this pullback was so large and we don't want to get caught in price moving downwards, we really have to make sure that this confirmation candle is giving us all of the powerful signs that we're looking for. So I'm patient. This candle comes up. That's my first indication that, oh, maybe price is finally coming in my direction again. This candle prints a very neutral bullish candle, nothing special about this. And then this candle right here is what I considered my confirmation candle today. It's a large bullish candle to the upside. Its candle body closed on top of the opening range and above the VWAP line as well. It has a very small wick at the top, telling us that as this candle was closing, it was still pushing price further and further up. Its wick at the bottom is a little bit on the larger side, but that just tells me that at some point price attempted to move down, but bullish pressure pushed the candle body back up before its closure. So this candle here was a strong enough confirmation candle for me to enter a continuation long today. So I went ahead and entered on the close of that confirmation candle. I always enter on the close. I pulled my stop loss down to the bottom of the pullback for a 13.25 point stop loss. And then I took my take profit and I pulled it up for a 13.25 point take profit. Because I always look for a 1 risk to reward ratio trade size, meaning that my take profit is going to be the same size as my stop loss. I risk about 1% of my account in these trades. And today I didn't even have to use any risk management strategies. It simply went from entry to take profit without any hassle. So that's exactly how I day traded, guys. I took a winning trade today on micro ES futures, day trading the price of the S&P 500, keeping it sweet, keeping it simple, and that's it. I'm going to see you guys all tomorrow on Wednesday if another setup occurs. Thanks for watching.